Students participate in Social Justice Week.
Campus ministry gears up for Easter events.
And seniors prepare to graduate.
Hello and welcome to QUTV News. I'm Madison Norris.
And I'm Jay Hamill. QU celebrated Social Justice Week last week. Popular events included a Bob Ross art night and an evolution of media movement panel discussion. On Tuesday, April 5th, students hung out in the Hawk's Nest and were inspired by a guided Bob Ross art night. This gave students the chance to unplug and unwind from being lost in their phone screens all day. It also gave a QU senior the opportunity to recreate her art she had painted her freshman year.
So this is my first ever Bob Ross. I made it, I think 4 years ago, and then I made another one, but I don't have a picture of the other one. And so I wanted to recreate it tonight for Bob Ross night, and I did pretty well. My trees are a little off, but that's all right.
Kit and a table full of others had fun emulating Bob Ross and thought it was a creative way to kick off Social Justice Week. Students who were involved with Social Justice Week were given a free t-shirt for their participation. Another event that students had the chance to participate in was the evolution of movement media discussion on Wednesday at the QUTV studio. Dr. Coffey, Dr. Ward, and Professor Baldner uncovered how the media plays a strategic role in the fight for social justice.
It's helping at times to advance the cause of social justice, such as during the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 1960s, but also a cautionary tale that social media can be used in the wrong way and can actually hurt causes because of conspiracy theories or the potential of violence. So the media can be both helpful and yet a hindrance, and that has always been the case in American history.
Dr. Ward believes they covered a lot of ground in an effective way and hopes a lot of students learned from it.
Well, I think it went really well. First of all, I'm very happy to use a QU resource such as this studio for perhaps a non-traditional way and having a conversation about a very urgent topic in U.S. society today.
Students were able to sit in as audience members and ask any question they may have about the topic. Jay Hamill, QUTV News, Quincy. If you would like to be involved in other social justice events throughout the year, contact the Diversity and Equity Office.
The Academic Symposium gives students the opportunity to present their research. Quincy University is holding the 2022 Academic Symposium Showcase April 19th through the 22nd. The symposium will be held in the Connie Neiman Center. The majors represented include biology, business, communication, psychology, and computer science. Tuesday and Wednesday presentations will be held 9:30 to 11:30. Thursday presentations will be 1:30 to 3:30. Poster presentations are scheduled to take place Friday at 10 a.m. to noon. To find more information about the symposium presentation lineup, check your QU email or contact Kristen Leeson. Following all presentations will be the luncheon on Wednesday, April 22nd at noon. The luncheon will celebrate participating researchers along with the award ceremony. Graduation is 1 month away. As seniors gear up for celebration, many are rushing to finalize their registration. QUTV's Sam Huff has more.
With finals week quickly approaching, many QU seniors are gearing up for their graduation ceremony. It can be exciting but also challenging to focus on academics with many things to complete before they leave. Many students are unaware of these rules until it's almost too late.
It's been very stressful to have to add the Bonaventure program into this. It's something that you're supposed to know about your entire time at QU and submit things to the live text as you go. However, it was never mentioned to me before my senior year, and so now I've had to do everything at once, which adds a lot of stress, and it's 12 different papers that I've had to find.
Another issue is QU's venue. While ceremony is usually in the Pepsi Center, The limited seating gives students only 5 tickets for visitors. Many students hope for an outdoor venue in order to have more loved ones at the event. With the venue for graduation still up in the air, many students must plan accordingly with family members to make sure everyone can enjoy this special occasion.
In my family, we have 7 people, so I need 6 tickets. And if it's like 5 or 6, that's fine, but it's at the same time, like, that's just it. My family can only come, so like my aunts and uncles can't come or anything. I'm a little worried about that, so I mean, if other people have extra tickets, I'll be glad to use them, but at the same time, I really hope we get more.
As students are prepared for the end of semester rush, seniors are solving the issues and counting down the days until a milestone is complete. Sam Huff, QUTV News, Quincy.
Have graduation indoors or outdoors? Vote on our Twitter poll at QUTV News. Coming up after the break, President McGee sends out a new COVID-19 update.
And we take a look at a classic Quincy business.
Student nurse in my junior year. I'm also an RA in Heline Hall, which is a freshman guys dorm. In my experiences in Heline as a student in my freshman year, I kind of just built up a lot of trust with my RA. Felt like they really helped me handle a lot of situations I didn't know what to deal with at first. And they just kind of helped me out with school and getting adjusted to college life. And so that kind of made me really want to emulate them and be a Heline RA myself. And so I signed up, and 2 years later, I'm still on the job, still in Heline. I found that I've had a lot of opportunities to help students throughout some difficult times in their lives, some things that they've never experienced before and that I've never experienced before. And I felt that that's helped me grow as a person and help them kind of grow as well, kind of get them adjusted to that college life.
I'm Elias James, and I'm a sophomore here. So I originally ended up here, I think it was 2018, 2019, came here for prospect camp for lacrosse. They really sold it to me, and it was really the coaching staff that, I was like, this is where I want to play. I didn't know I'd eventually end up, giving it up to focus on other stuff, but I'm still glad I came here. So I was lucky enough to meet one of the lacrosse guys, but he's also in Delta Tau Delta fraternity here on my prospect camp. So I knew about the fraternity coming in, and I knew right away that I wanted to rush because my dad was in a fraternity. I feel like it's kind of cliche to say it, but it quite literally changed my life. Coming here and meeting the guys and having the group of guys that are always there for you, it completely turned it around.
QU President Brian McGee sent out the 110th COVID-19 update email on Sunday. The email reminded all students, faculty, and staff to carry masks at all times while on campus. Masks should be used in all indoor classrooms, laboratories, and other learning spaces, unless a faculty member gives permission for the optional removal of masks during courses or labs. Mask use in all other campus buildings and spaces continues to be optional. Testing is now only required for students, faculty, and staff who have one or more COVID-19 symptoms. This week is Holy Week, the most sacred week of the year for Christians. There are several events you can attend throughout the week.
This evening, Campus Ministry will be hosting a traditional Passover meal at the Campus Ministry House. On Thursday, there will be a Mass with a foot washing ceremony in the chapel. On Good Friday, there will be a liturgy in the chapel at 5 p.m. At 6:30 p.m. on Friday, there will be a movie showing of the Passion of the Christ. And an Easter Vigil Mass will take place on Saturday at 8 p.m. in the chapel.
Contact QU Campus Ministry.
One business in Quincy is a well-known restaurant in the community. Maid-Rite has been in Quincy for over 40 years and even lasted through the pandemic. QUTV's Eric Stafford tells us what Made Right offers.
Made Right is a good place in town to buy your local sandwiches. Local-owned business that has been in Quincy forever. Offers specialty cooked sandwiches and other cooked foods all day long. Made Right was one of the small businesses that lasted during the pandemic.
I say the people and the food, the people in there working are always nice, and they're pretty good with service no matter the lines. My favorite food there, it's cliche, but the Made Rights are probably the best. You can get them with cheese or without, and then side of fries as well.
You must come over and try some of the Made Right's delicious sandwiches. For just here at Made Right, just getting some people to interview and just talk about how Made Right has impacted the community and what foods they like here. It's been here for over a very, very long time. Many people have made this a highlight of the community, and we're hoping to see many more customers throughout the year. Come with family and friends anytime throughout the day to get a meal.
Well, the Made Rights are obviously really good, but I also like the corn dogs. The corn dogs are fire, they're crispy, they're delicious, and I also like the mozzarella sticks. They're also heat, and the marinara sauce is pretty good, and their service is great too here.
Next time you're looking for something to eat in town, come to Made Right.
You can find Made Right on 507 North 12th Street. Spring sports have begun conference play, and the Hawks have had mixed results.
After the break, we'll talk to Evan White about sports.
College shouldn't be as hard as understanding fine art. Use the resources here at Quincy University. We're here to help.
Finding your passion is easy at Quincy University. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's degree or looking to go even further, at QU, your professional and academic future is bright. 40 undergrad programs include moments that become experiences, connections that become careers, and relationships that become lifelong support. We want you here. That's why we work hard to ensure that a Quincy University education is affordable. Let us help you put together a plan. Visit discover.quincy.edu to get started.
The GLVC has announced its Baseball Player of the Week over the weekend. And to say the least, it's someone who has been on a complete tear on the diamond.
That's right, Maddie. But first, QU had several different sports competing over the weekend on the fields and on the court. The men's lacrosse team traveled to Indiana on Sunday for a matchup against the University of Indianapolis. The Hawks fell 17-2 against the Greyhounds. The Hawks were down 10-0 at the end of the first half. Blaine Lawrence scored first for the Hawks in the third quarter, and Christian Zorni scored in the fourth quarter for the Hawks. The Hawks will host Colorado Mesa on Thursday, April 14th at 6 p.m. On Sunday, the women's lacrosse team traveled to McKendree University. The Hawks started with strong Bianca Johnson scoring the first goal for the Hawks in the first period to put the score 2-1. The Hawks continued to trail as McKendry scored 2 more times to stretch their lead to 4-1. Kara Wilhelm with a hard shot to the back of the net put the score 4-2. The Hawks struggled in the second quarter and headed into the second half down 9-3. The final score of the game was 16-5. The Hawks play at home Thursday against Lewis University. QU's tennis teams were on the road at Southern Indiana on Sunday afternoon. The men's team lost 7-0 and women's team lost 4-3. Steffi Lau and Juliana Vital won 3 doubles match, 7-6. Layla Lees Austin won a singles match 6-3, 6-4 over Lauren Rowe. The Hawks travel to Kansas City later this week to play Rockhurst University. The Quincy University baseball team opened their GOVC series against the Lewis Flyers on Friday afternoon. The Hawks fell by a score of 8-7. Nolan Wiseman began his big weekend by going a hot 5 for 5 at the plate, which included 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, and 5 runs scored in Game 1. It was a different story for the Hawks on Saturday. 2 strong starts from pitchers Jay Hemmel and Griffin Kern gave the Hawks their first Saturday sweep of the season. The Hawks will plate 6 runs on 6 hits that included home runs from Lance Loxton and Dason Crows to make the score 6-0. In the first inning, Hemmel threw 5 innings, striking out 8 while only allowing 2 hits. Zach Lamari and Alex Abishan came in relief for an inning apiece to complete a 13-0 shutout. In the second game, the Hawks jumped out to a 2-0 lead. In the top of the first, the Hawks will score 1 more run in the top of the 6th inning to make it 3-0. After Lewis gained 2 runs in the 6th inning, the Hawks got an insurance run in the top of the 7th and won 4-2. On Sunday, the Hawks took the series finale from the Flyers by a score of 18-4. The Hawks received 3 free passes to start the game before Wiseman took a pitch over the left field wall for a grand slam. The Hawks never looked back as they sent 10 batters to the plate in the top of the 5th to make it 13-3. In the top of the 6th, the Hawks scored their 18th run of the game from a Zach Park single to left field. QU junior Nolan Wiseman has been named GOVC Player of the Week. The third baseman has hit 3 home runs and 13 plate appearances. Wiseman also hits his first multi-home run game of his career on Friday. The QU softball team went on the road to Truman State University over the weekend. The Hawks found wins on both days. On Saturday, Casey Brennan got the Hawks on the board in the top of the 1st with an RBI single to center field that scored Jaylee Jennings. The Hawks offense caught fire in the 4th inning as they plated 7 runs on 7 hits, while sending 12 batters to the plate. The final score for Game 1 was 9-0. On Sunday, the Hawks continued to show their strength. At the top of the 1st inning, Allison Maynard singled up the middle to score Jaylee Jennings. The next batter, Bailey Mitchell, reached on a fielder's choice, which scored Taylor Downing to make it 2-0 Hawks. The Hawks continue to record runs and finish the game 4-3.
Thank you, Evan, for sports. After the break, the future is here.
What happens when police try to stop a driverless car? Find out next.
Hi, my name is Leah Retcher. I play soccer here at Quincy University. I'm a sophomore. This is actually my first year being able to participate in games and actually play soccer because last year as a freshman I had another career-ending for the time being injury. I tore my ACL 2 times previously and got surgery to fix them, but this time around I wasn't about to go through the whole surgery process again, so I took last season off to really just strengthen and get back to doing what I love and working out all the time, and it was just the recovery that I needed. I think that probably my favorite part of the season was my game winner against Maryville. It was closer to the beginning of the season, and it was double overtime, last minute, a little assist duo thing between me and Jess Felix, and I don't know, I think that was probably one of my favorite times playing for Quincy so far, and just that I could end the game like that, and it was, felt pretty cool, I guess.
My name is Misha Ferguson Smith. I am a second-year graduate student in the Master's Counseling Program, and at Quincy University, I am the coordinator for our diversity programs. Part of Social Justice Week that we do every year is this sort of pop-up installation called The Journey to Justice. It's based off a museum in Los Angeles, and it just gives students the opportunity to have sort of an immersive experience and encounter different social justice topics. So Chick Chat is something that we host on a weekly basis in Garner. That's our women's dorm. It's open to women from all over campus, no matter your class year, but it's just an opportunity for people to get together, have kind of real conversations, just be a little bit more authentic. Whether you're happy, you're sad, you know, things are going well or not, just that space on a consistent basis to be able to check in and make some relationships.
Police in San Francisco executed a very unusual traffic stop recently. Unusual because there was no one in the driver's seat, just passengers in the back. CNN's Jeannie Mose explains.
It's surreal enough to know there's a driverless ride service operating in San Francisco.
I cannot believe this is happening.
But imagine you're the police pulling over a car and finding no one behind the wheel. Who you gonna ticket?
Ain't nobody in it.
A San Francisco police officer tried to open the door. The passerby who shot the video said the window did roll down. Everyone's favorite part?
This is the great part. Cop goes back to his car. Robo-taxi says, see ya. Drives off.
The Chevy Bolt cruises through the intersection and then again pulls over and puts on its flashers. Driverless car appears to flee the scene, read one headline. But the company Cruise that runs the ride service says our autonomous vehicle yielded to the police vehicle, then pulled over to the nearest safe location for the traffic stop as intended.
Are you serious? How did that happen?
An officer kept reaching inside the car, trying in vain to turn on the headlights. The fact that they were off was what police say led to the traffic stop. Or, as someone tweeted, why was this driverless car behaving as if it was completely drunk? A company spokesperson says human error led to the lights being off. No ticket was issued. Police said that during the stop they made contact by phone with the remote operator. The driverless cars have nicknames like Poppy. The one that got pulled over is named Rigatoni, and for a minute, Rigatoni looked like it was in hot water. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Talk about a backseat driver. How does this even happen?
That's crazy. I couldn't even imagine what I would say. It was just hilarious to me.
It's already so intimidating to me. And let's not forget the poll for graduation on QUTV's Twitter page. Here at QUTV, thanks for watching. Look for QUTV on social media and find our stories on QUmedia.net. Have a great week.